against an unranked opponent, can you take care of business? It's the Washington State Cougars and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
On the banks of the Olentangy River, the Horseshoe is one of the most iconic venues in all of sports. Over 100,000 people strong, the Ohio State Buckeyes might have the best home field advantage in all of college sports. These fans are ready to rock and showcase their Buckeyes this season. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Toe to leather, and here we go. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. The Cougars offense will have the football first. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
And this matchup is going to be so much fun to watch because this defense, they're really, really good. And they like to take away what you do best. And a lot of times that means focusing on your number one guy. Palmer, here's a problem. There's two in this offense. So I can't wait to watch how they handle both of these guys that can make big plays and what answers they try to come up with.
I think that's the big question because it's really hard as a defense to double two guys. And I think if you're on offense here, you want to try and change the picture, change the formation and alignment, use motion, try and confuse this defense or at least force them to communicate to get the matchups they want to get. I think there's opportunities in this offense today with these two big-time targets outside to make some plays, but they got to be versatile. They got to try to be as multiple as they can.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Buckeyes offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. Going to be interesting to see how they use him throughout this game because this linebacking crew can be exploited. Running inside, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got some space. The 40 lowers those pads. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Finds his man in the middle. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense, their head's spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
Going to the run, it's Jackson. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game. It looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Hits inside, it's Voorhees. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And they'll stop him right there on the return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throwing, say it. Got his man. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. That one just came off his hand badly.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Sayin. Open on the left side, it's Smith. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Sayin back to the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
They need a huge play on third and long. Sayin from the gun on third down. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
In the red area, it's Voorhees. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Washington State. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Number 38, set to kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's Sayin to throw. Right side, it's Johnson. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
Complete some of these hitch throws early. You're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking for a crease to the left. Across the 45. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, and already this guy has 2 explosive runs. He told us coming into this one he thought he could have a big day statistically against this defense. It was something he saw on film that made him believe he was going to have a lot of success, and he's already doing it now. He is breaking off big ones. He's showing you the vision. He's showing you the speed. Defense has no idea how to stop him.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
4 wideout set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Say it. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in-route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Makes the grab. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Again, it's Sayin. Immediately fires to the middle. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down.
Well, it's pretty apparent who they want to get the football to on this drive. And it hasn't mattered where this guy is lined up, which side of the field. That's where the quarterback is throwing it. The defense now has got to take account of that. What's that, 4 or 5 catches in a row? Crazy. His defense now needs the key on him. They've got to be communicating, hey, the ball's coming here if it's a throw.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Just barely got rid of it.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
3rd and long right here. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Unleashes one. He makes a grab, and he won't be able to push his way in. He's stopped at the 1.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, nah, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going, and not just that. I'm not just going to get the first. I'm going to set you up now on the goal line. Let's roll.
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Well, that's new. If you want to give the ball to the tight end in this situation and let him run the football, I mean, goal line area, maybe. No, you know what? It stunk. It was a bad play call. Don't do it again.
Motion from the wide receiver. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ohio State. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Makes the grab down immediately. He picks up a few.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. From the gun. Rush is on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
We're going to see the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game. Trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there. Being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Washington State sends out the punt unit. On his way back from the 20. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Play fake, say it. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Wide receiver going in motion. Finds a crease. It's Jackson. Just smothered on the play.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Tight end now in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, say it. Under pressure. And down he goes. A defense bringing the heat.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Voorhees. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Takes a handoff. It's Jackson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that. That's pretty normal.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. Throws to the tight end. Gave him a chance, and he got it. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, that play-action fake, it just froze the defense for a split second. That allowed the tight end time to work his route, get vertical down the field, pick up a big gainer for the offense.
Throwing, say it. Hauls it in. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They give it back to him. Hopping over his head. Ball down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had zero answers.
Play fake, Julian Sayed. Firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Off play action on first down. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Stop right there.
And man, how many many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks, add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Left side is Freeman. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Washington State will have to boot it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Making his first move. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Julian with the play fake. The short hands, it's Johnson. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they still have found zero answers on how to get back in this football game.
Send the tight end in motion. Sells the run, looking to pass. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Second and long here. Sayed. Complete on the left to Smith. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And the Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Out wide right, it's Johnson. Touchdown! Buckeye! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. It's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Fires to the right. Finds a tight end down the gut. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. You got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Coming out with it, it's Voorhees. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. From the gun, it's Voorhees. Breaks into the open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Fresh center down's going to the air. He's going to run it. Got a little grass. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Washington State going back to work on first down. Tells the run, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. Looks like they're still searching for answers or something that they can get some momentum going.
He'll keep it on second down. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his big tight end. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's third and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on fourth. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's first and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block them. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks. It gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances, get the ball with some speed on the perimeter, try to make some big plays.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that ball is live in the backfield. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 38, set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
Snags it, and there's running room. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll go play action with Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And this offense just keeps putting it together, man. Like, they have not been stopped very often. Another play in the passing game. This defense, they've got to find something, and they've got to find it fast. Like, halftime is a little ways away. They got to make some adjustments right now.
They'll move the tight end. Play action on first down. Fires on the move. Got him downfield. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
Sayin back to the air. Finds his big tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Run in the red zone, it's Jackson. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch him off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football here.
Here's Sayin to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So an 82-yard drive there. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. That's caught. It's Hawkins. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Long way to go on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Makes the grab. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Caught behind the line. It's Hawkins.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying the football.
And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on 2nd down. Snap in the shotgun. And the timing just a hair off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Look out. Finds the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop it 4 yards short of the marker. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field.
Formation to kick it away.
Catches it at the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Gets the back moving. Sayin on the play action. Fires to the big fella. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? This tight end is enjoying quite the day through 2 quarters. It's amazing how athletic tight ends are now and just how much they're utilized. He's played a starring role in giving them this halftime lead. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
Washington State ready to boot it away to start the 3rd quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as the return is stopped short of the 25. Snatch it quickly on the left.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Say it. Got a man. It's Jackson. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Drops back. It's Sayin. Fires to the middle. Tight end getting vertical. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Hits the hole. It's Jackson. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Out wide left, it's Jackson. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Wants to throw one first. Makes the grab. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Quick give. It's Jackson. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Sayin finds his man down the middle. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They march 78 yards down the field, and they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Let's see what he can do with the return. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. On the delay, it's Voorhees. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Right side, it's Freeman. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Finds his man. It's Hawkins.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
An 8-yard pickup on the 1st down completion. Now 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hawkins. Looks as if that'll be enough to give Washington State a 1st down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Voorhees. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Got some green grass. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about it.
Drops back on first down. Fires to the big fella. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
That last connection just a hair short of the first down, but it opens an array of opportunities on 2nd and short. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that's why, as a defense, you can stay in your base personnel because of that linebacker. You don't have to substitute DBs to take on these receivers out in space. This linebacker is quick, he's athletic, and he is outstanding tackling people in the open field.
Follows his blocks. It's Voorhees. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? Throwing, say it. Turns it upfield. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Turning it on! Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's been throwing bullets all over the field.
The Buckeyes come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Hands it off. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. There's a creep. Got some room headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down to the 1-yard line.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the bill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense, because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to punch it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Clemens. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Fresh center down's going to the air. Rush right in his face. And he gets rid of it.
We're losing. We got to put a few drives together here, but most important, I got to stop getting my quarterback hit. I got to give him a little bit more protection, maybe that extra second so he can get that deep ball off and make some plays for this offense.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed great, and they're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires on the run. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw. It falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Punt is on its way. Not a lot of room to field this one. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Saying, they're all over him. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Saying, from the gun on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Sometimes a play like that, incorporating the back in the passing game, almost seems like cheating. It's so easy.
Yep, because you can run it against man or you can run it against zone. If you're patient, obviously, with zone coverage, he can come open. But man-to-man, I like my chances of a running back versus a linebacker. So nice job by the quarterback. Nice job by the running back.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots. That's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Oh, pressure's coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
And the Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
And the Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He wants to throw it. Unloads it left. And they can't make the connection.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Turns it upfield. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. This time they'll throw it. The screen, he can go. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Sends it back in motion. Running inside, it's Jackson. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Here's Sayin to throw. Gets open down the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And this is sort of like a pinball machine. The numbers keep ticking up. He's closing in on 450 yards.
Yeah, Reese, and there's no defense for perfect throws, and that's what this guy's been delivering all game long. You know, the coverage hasn't always been awful, but this guy just finds a way to thread the needle.
Left side is Jackson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Got his man on the outside. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Rides to the back. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
From the gun on third down, Sayin finds his target. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And they're featuring this guy all day long. Now he's over 150 yards. Great job by the offense. This is a matchup. I'm going to take advantage. He's taking advantage of it all game long.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid. A nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Tough run here, it's West. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick, but the physical ground game late in the game. That's how you finish opponents off.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Lined up in the gun on third down. Say it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I got to be honest, as a guy that used to play for Steve Spurrier, I never have a problem watching offenses continue throwing the ball when they've got a big lead. And that's what you've seen in this one. They're way up on the scoreboard. This coach is still letting this guy chuck the rock. That now his 5th passing touchdown, and I believe you keep throwing it until the defense proves they can stop you.
The AT unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They'll run it. There's some daylight. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Got it in the middle. It's Hawkins. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Give to the single back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Throws to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Gonna look downfield again. Back's got it on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of it. Makes the grab in their space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Say it. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks. And you're seeing it happen. A really nice completion there. They ran it the play before, and now here they are knocking on the goal line again in the red zone.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. A one-sided game like this one and you suffer an injury, that is not ideal. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Setting up the screen. Touchdown, Buckeye! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss.
Number 96, set to kick it off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. Fresh set of downs going up top. Had it in his hands and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll run the screen. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Pushes ahead. Nice move there. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Defense all over it.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. They're going to run it to the right. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Washington State sends out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Throw it, say it. Taken in by Smith on the right side. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Sayin. Takes the easy throw in the flat. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
A lot of times the QB's going to drop back and try to make a big play, What's your safe option if nothing's there? Slip it to your running back, let him catch it, let him go get a 1st down for you.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Cuts it upfield. It's West. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, Dave. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.